They're all tough fights ahead of me. Cyril Gane's a good guy. Sergei Spivac's a good guy. John Jones is a good guy, obviously. Hall.
Fellas, I feel like recently there has been a massive growth of NPCs in the UFC. Now, these are kind of similar to mythical fighters, but they don't really have any mythical power about them, if you know what I mean. Like, for example, we have Blonde Brunson, we have Sea-Level, Cain Velasquez, we have Uberim, but these are just NPCs, kind of background characters in the UFC. They come up with random things, they don't come across as real. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the biggest NPCs in the UFC. Please let me know if you agree or if I miss any NPCs out, but we're going to go straight in there with Tom Aspinall, the biggest NPC. Now, a lot of British fighters are NPCs. You can say that Arnold Allen is, you can say that Leon Edwards is, but I'm going to go with Tom Aspinall. He's kind of like a Skyrim NPC. A lot of people mock him for this. You know, oh, he's a great guy. I'd love to fight him. Blago Ivanov is a great guy. That is literally Tom Aspinall. He calls everyone a good guy, everyone a great guy. No matter who it is, you can bring up anyone in the heavyweight division. That man right there, top 10 hardest people in the world. He is a tough fight for me. He is a tough fight. Speaks like a Skyrim NPC as well, like he's about to give you a quest, and it's the same dialogue every interview. He's a great guy, I'd love to fight him. Or he's talking about how John Jones is his next fight, or how he wants to fight, I don't know, Cyril Gane or Sergei Pavlovich. Anyone, don't matter who. Tom Aspinall is an NPC. Doesn't really seem real now. He's a very good fighter now. A lot of NPCs in the UFC tend to have a bland fighting style, but Tom Aspinall is not one of them. He's a very fast, very good fighter in the UFC, but the way he presents himself, I can't imagine Tom Aspinall at a press conference. I just think he'd be really awkward at a press conference. His opponent's just trash-talking him, and he's just there. You're a great guy. I'd love to fight you. He's top 10 hardest people in the world. I can't wait to fight him. It's Tom Aspinall. He's never saying a bad thing about anyone. Just comes across as an NPC. Even the way he's making friends with everyone, like top Marcin Tybura. I don't think he's ever beefed with anyone in his UFC career, so I'm going to go with Tom Aspinall for the first NPC. He's got to be some sort of NPC, some Skyrim NPC. If you dress him in some medieval clothing and place him in more of a forest atmosphere, you're saying he doesn't blend in as an NPC. I don't know, but Tom Aspinall, British NPC. Again, like I said, you can use other British people like Arnold Allen or, I don't know, Leon Edwards. Maybe, well, I've got another British fighter on this list as well, but Tom Aspinall is the first one. Big Skyrim NPC. Great guy. I'd love to fight him. Anyway, next up, I'm going to go with Belal Muhammad. He just sounds like a woman. He's got a really weird voice. He kind of sounds like Ariel Helwani if he was squeakier. It's like he's never picked up a mic before. That press conference he did not long ago, I think it was with who was it with? Oh, I forgot her name, but he did a press conference earlier it wasn't like a press conference, it was like a conference to the crowd, and people were roasting him. His voice, man, he's got such an NPC voice, like when you walk past a character in GTA or something, and then just yell at you or something or say something. That's exactly what Belal Muhammad is. He responds to people like an NPC. Oh, you want to go take this outside? We can take this outside. Like, bro, he looks like an NPC as well. You're saying Belal Muhammad doesn't look like an NPC that hasn't loaded in properly. That is what Belal Muhammad looks like. And his digs look computer programmed as well. His comebacks, like I said, they're just the most computer programmed comebacks. He's an NPC. He's a huge NPC. He just doesn't seem real. It's like he gets bullied by everyone as well in the welterweight division. Everyone kind of just mocks him. Even his Twitter tweets are kind of cringy. The way he called out Leon Edwards where he was doing the headshot dead thing, it's like he just emoted behind Leon Edwards, stole Leon Edwards' whole headshot dead thing. Belal Muhammad, you're not knocking out Leon Edwards. I don't want to be the guy to say it. He's not Sean Brady, but Belal Muhammad, NPC, sounds like an NPC, speaks like an NPC. Even his fighting style, it's like the most basic fighting style ever. Just take them down, lay on them. Although I will say his striking has definitely increased in his past couple of fights against Sean Brady and Gilbert Burns. But Belal Muhammad, he's definitely not human. He's definitely not a human being. But anyway, we're going on next with Tony Ferguson, probably the biggest NPC in the UFC. He doesn't really know what mood he should be in. I was watching that little argument he had with Werdum the other day, and he had like so many different moods. He started off with agitated, hold on, I'm talking, brother. And then it went to the whole, irritated, and then he starts laughing, saying he doesn't understand Wadoom, and then 2 seconds later, what the fuck you just say to me? The guy, I don't understand. He doesn't know what mood he should be in. Whenever he's doing an interview, he's always angry. People like, what was that thing the other day? Someone, when he was fighting Bobby Green, and someone asked him leading up to that fight. I forgot what they asked him, but he responds with like, "It's Blade and Shades. We don't fuck around." He's so random. What this guy comes out with is so random. He doesn't speak normally. Even in the octagon, he's got such a weird fighting style. Winning fights that he's supposed to win. Winning fights that he's supposed to lose. Winning fights that he's supposed... I don't know what... I'm turning into an NPC. I don't know what I just said. But either way, Tony Ferguson, NPC, throwing sand at people in the octagon. Rolling around... It's like he's got built-in dialogue. If you put Tony Ferguson in a video game and just give him the normal dialogue that he normally has, just normal Tony Ferguson, he would blend right in there. Never answers questions properly. It's like he's not programmed to fathom the questions. It's kind of like he hears a question and then just selects a random dialogue from his dialogue panel. Emotes in the octagon, like I said, doesn't know what mood he should be in. So Tony Ferguson is a big NPC. Everything about him. And that's why a lot of people like him, because of how random he is. He's one of the most random fighters in the UFC. What he comes out with is crazy, but Tony Ferguson, we like him for that. But, I mean, recently, we just want to see him win. He's on a 6-fight losing streak. We just want to see him win. Book him against Paddy Pimblett. It's a fight that he can win. So, I'm going to go Tony Ferguson. Got built-in dialogue. Never answers questions. The whole thing about Tony Ferguson, he just screams NPC. So, I'm going to go Tony Ferguson next. Now, this isn't exactly a current fighter. Oh, wait, no. He is. I guess he's not a current fighter because he hasn't fought in a while, but I'm going to go Conor McGregor. Now, he is a current fighter, but I mean it in a way that he hasn't fought in a while, but I'm saying the 2023 McGregor, the non-fighting McGregor. He's doing everything but fighting. He's coaching people on The Ultimate Fighter. He's pulling up to random events. Recently just got his jiu-jitsu black belt, but he's doing everything but fighting. He's still not got a fight booked. No one knows if he's going to be on UFC 296. No one knows if he's going to be next year. No one knows when he's going to be fighting, but he's doing everything but fighting. He's just everywhere at random events, boxing events. Anthony Joshua, who's it? Anthony Joshua versus Helenius. He's there, punching people in the bar. I know that wasn't the 2023 McGregor, but he just doesn't seem normal. He's Twitter as well. The Twitter voice messages. He's really weird on Twitter as McGregor, because some of his tweets will be like really happy, wholesome, praising tweets where he's praising people, or he's just saying he's getting back to fighting. And then you look at his Twitter at 12 a.m. and it's a voice message rambling about Dustin Poirier, or how his wife is in his DMs, or Michael Chandler, or some Justin Gaethje. His tweets are so... They kind of just, his tweets kind of oppose each other, and he can be startled. He's kind of like an NPC. He's one of those ones that can be startled. You look at him too funny, or you walk past him, or you reject his whiskey, and he will be startled. He'll start talking trash to you. He'll start punching you in the face, whatever it is. Conor McGregor this year is an NPC, and I just want to see him back in the octagon, whether it's against Chandler. I don't care who it's against. I don't care when. I just want to see him in the octagon. He's doing everything but fighting right now, and I just want to see him in the octagon. I want to see him fight again. But Conor McGregor this year, specifically, has been a huge NPC. Next up, we move to definitely a non-fighter, but I'm going to go for Micheal Bisping, another British kind of MMA once fighter. Now he's a commentator. Bisping is a very, very weird fighter in the commentator. Sometimes he has NPC outbursts. One example is this weekend we had Sergei Spivac versus Cyril Gane, and there's a clip going around of Cyril Gane and Tom Aspinall at like one of those punching machines, and Micheal Bisping's in the middle having a seizure. He's like getting ready for a punch, and he's doing this anime kind of, I don't know how to describe it. He's having like a seizure on his feet. I don't know what he's doing. Go and find the clip. But Micheal Bisping, he has NPC outbursts every now and then. His laugh as well. Like, you can look at his YouTube shorts. Even on his podcast, he's got the most NPC burger shot laugh ever. He doesn't know which accent to choose. Half the time he's using a British accent, and then you listen to him a lot of the times, and he's doing an American accent. And I know that sometimes he puts on an American accent so that the American audience can hear him on commentary, but still, a lot of the times he's kind of going back and forth with accents, and it's the most basic commentary lines ever. Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt. He's a very good fighter. He's great. He's a great fighter. One of the best strikers in the division. He could be talking about an unranked fighter. One of the best in the world at this. he's got the most basic commentary lines ever. He doesn't really bring too much to commentary, and he's the official NPC of fight nights. You go to a UFC fight night or a UFC UK, and chances are you're going to see you're going to see Bisping spawn in at the commentary desk. If not, he's going to be backstage drunk on a punch machine. Yeah, Micheal Bisping, he just gives off the most NPC energy ever, especially now that he's retired. It's very, very random. His live streams as well, it just seems like he's not meant to be there. So I'm going to go with Micheal Bisping, the commentary version of Micheal Bisping. Yeah, he just, sometimes you look at Bisping and you're like, what are you, Bisping? You're a one, like, I respect him. Listen, Bisping, one of the, you know, like, even the fact that he became a champion with one eye, that's such like a storyline kind of thing to happen. But Bisping, listen, great career, but yeah, he's a huge NPC. And finally, we're going to end with someone who fought this weekend, Sergei Spivac. What are you? He looks like he's just come out of the womb. Like, what is Sergei Spivac? Like, look at him. That he doesn't say anything. I don't think I've ever heard Sergei Spivac say anything to anyone. He's just spawned in the heavyweight division, taken out a couple of people, and been there for a punching bag for Cyril Gane. I don't want to be disrespectful, but he has no personality. He's just a kind of there in the heavyweight division. He's the most biggest side character at the heavyweight division. He's just there. I don't know any Sergei Spivac fans. Now, that's not in a way of saying everyone hates him, but no one really roots for Sergei Spivac. Like, I've not looked at anyone who sat there and gone, I hope Sergei Spivac wins this fight. He's just there in the heavyweight division. He's kind of just like a punching bag with a face and some grappling experience to rattle up a few heavyweights. I mean, listen, he's a good grappler. Not great, but he's a good grappler. You know, what he did to Derek Lewis and Greg Hardy and even Tai Tuivasa, it was great. But currently, Sergei Spivac, as a person, he just gives off side character energy. But that is my NPCs of the UFC. Please let me know if I missed anybody or if you agree with these. But yeah, thank you for watching.